Hey guys, welcome back to Sam's LEGO Reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing LEGO set 71834 Zane's Ultra Combiner Mech with 1,187 pieces for 100 USD. This is an early review technically because it is currently December 31st for me. Very late in the day actually, so it's almost 2025. Happy New Year. We will be reviewing this set in parts. First part will be the first instruction manual, which is just Zane and Ryu with Cole and the Dragonian Warrior. Then we have the jet with just what's her name? Sora. The jet with Sora. And then we'll have the Samurai X car with Pixel, Noct, and the Dragonian Scout. So with that said, we'll be going to whatever part of this video is. Yeah. This is the first part of the technically 4-part series, because the last part is gonna be about all of them combined together to be the big mech. But this is the first part, and we have the Dragonian Warrior, Cole, Zane, Big Fig, and Ryu. We'll be going through the builds, then the minifigures, and I'll give you my overall thoughts of this section of it. There will be a final overall thoughts over everything included with the last video on the whole mech put together. So yeah, let's get to that. So here we have Zane and Ryu. We'll be going through Ryu's articulation and details before we get to Zane, because I like Zane a lot and I want to give him his spotlight. But yeah, so here we have Ryu. This is like a slightly bigger form than his previous form, which I have right here. About the same height. This guy's a bit taller. He's just a bit bigger overall. You can't really see where his tail ends, but there it is. So overall, slightly bigger Ryu, which means like it's less of a. We are guessing it's less of a. We're guessing it's less of a time skip between season 1 and 2. Then like the time skip between season 2 and 3 is less than the time skip between season 1 and 2, because Ryu went from being an itty bitty baby to becoming young Dragon Ryu, which I still like a lot, and we'll see if this guy can prove superiority over this guy. So Ryu has the same exact head mold, it has the same exact head mold and same printing as well, which is interesting. So they're just reusing that. I would have liked to see more orange in this, or like whatever this color is. It's like yellowish orange, but I would have liked to see more of that on his head, because it seems like he's developing more of that color throughout him. Like in the original set, these were like sand blue, if I'm not wrong, or like light. Yeah, light. I don't know what color that is. That's like light blue, light. Like I'm not gonna try. But yeah, so mostly sand blue. Also now his feet stick down further, so he has longer feet or longer legs, and he also has this he has less sand blue on him. I know this color is sand blue, the color on the wings and stuff, and that is interesting. And that's also because of the saddle, which I think was included mainly to help it blend in with the color scheme of the full mech, because white is included in that color scheme because it is technically a Zane mech. You can see Zane back there. Love you, guy. Love you, guy. It's crazy. I love that guy. But yeah, so there's no sand blue on the main section of the body. There is a ball joint for the head. There is a ratchet joint connecting the front part of the body to the bottom part. This is mostly for the transformation, so we won't really be touching on that. We have ball joints at each of the legs. Their articulation limits are basically the same because, 360 in, back, front, side, front, back. Yeah, so all the legs have that same articulation, only these back legs, instead of being going around 360, even the front legs can do it, but same with the back legs, because this big ball joint there stops it. And these big ball joints are to connect these new wing elements that were included. Not necessarily elements, but new pieces that were made for 2025, featuring well, massive wings with 3 Technic connectors and 1 bar clip, or like bar, not clip, 1 bar connector. So you can connect, they have you connect this little claw, which gives him like, you know, little claw on his wing. But there's already a claw molded into the wing there, which is why I think this claw on this side should have been gotten rid of. Sorry if you can hear an aeroplane. There are planes flying nearby. There are 2 clips on the back of the saddle and a place for a minifigure to sit. So let's say if I found Cole, who is included in this first instruction manual, or first set, you can sit Cole up there, get his weapon off, which is this crystal sword, and attach it to the back of the dragon. Now that... No, Zane! Now that's pretty cool. His wingspan's also humongous with his wings spread out. I feel like his wings were mostly made like this so that you could still see them on the back of the mech. I don't love their size. Sometimes it does sometimes get in the way. That's why I do normally have them folded up, which is an option I appreciate. Like, that looks pretty nice. If my camera would focus in on it. There we go. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. And now for the tail, which was made more accurate and a bit longer by 1 section. So the tail can swing there, left, right, up, and down. I wish the tail was slightly longer. A thing you could theoretically do is rip the section out of Ryu, baby dragon Ryu, not baby, young dragon Ryu, and put it on to this Ryu, which I would be calling teenage dragon Ryu, because he gets slightly bigger and he kind of looks like a teenager. He looks kind of angsty. Must be that neck posture. Yeah. Nothing much else about Ryu. Like, he looks cool. He looks good. Also, there is a sticker error, because these stickers are meant to be slightly longer on one side. Please excuse my nails. But there is supposed to be a longer side here, to like curve around it. But this is printed sideways, so that longer side is downward instead, which kind of messes up some of the stickers. But if you know what you're doing and you paste them in the right spots, you'll be fine. So that's the entirety of Ryu. Pretty cool dragon. If you're buying this set, don't expect this to be that good of a build. I think it's a good build, but not the main reason why someone would buy this set. But now Zane. Boy, do I like this Zane. He is really posable. He also has this like little backpack thing going on here, but yeah, we'll get to that. First, the hit. 360. It is on a bar, like... There we go. So there is a little bar piece in there. The camera would just... There you go. So you can see that, and it's like flat around it, so his hit can turn 360 all the way around. I'll just show that. This hit piece is also printed, so you don't have to, put a sticker on there. The core is a sticker though, which is really nice, because it's like they're bringing us back to season 3, where Zane's core was a pretty important thing. No, he has 2 arms. Go forward that far, backward that far, down, forward, back. They can go around like 180, maybe 270 actually. Oh, there goes his swords. And he has little clips at the ends of his hands to hold the sword that just flew off. Actually, let me go grab that. There we go. So he has clips for the sword, and he has these smooth tiles underneath for to like make the transformation softer, I guess. He is meant to like compress during the transformation, so that's why they have to use like these joints instead of like ball joints for his elbows, which would have been pretty cool. I would have preferred ball joints for his elbows, but I understand why they chose this. It is fine. It doesn't like take away from any of the posability. He has 2 stickers on his shoulders, which is like a control panel. I'm pretty sure this is Z in jargon. It's also on his forehead, it looks like. He gets like really bulky up here, and that's because he forms the chest of the mech, so he has to look bulky. And I mean, he works pretty well as a chest. I will mention that in the full mech review. He has ball joints in the not the thigh, in the thighs, but like in the part that connects the thigh to the body. I would have liked to see this part right here become like put as white, because it looks kind of distracting considering it is gray. And he also looks like he has like little shoes because his feet are fully gray. There is no white in them, like dark bluish gray. He can get in a lot of poses. Like, he is really articulative. His feet go that far forward, that far backward, side to side. Oh yeah, you can get him in quite a lot of poses pretty easily. Like, there you go. Oh, there you go. Pretty cool. You could have him fight the, where is he? There he is. The Dragonian warrior. Not really a fair fight. Yeah, I can just go like that, and boom. That guy's dead. Like, that guy's gone to sleep. Yes. No, yeah. And he can also, like, stand on one foot. He has pretty good stability if you know how to pose him. Like, here is also, like, the Zane mech from Core that I just have in the background to give you, like, a sense of his height. How tall he is. He's, like, half the height. Ryu is even shorter than that. Obviously, that's because his wings are folded, but with his wings out, like, not even at max height, he's almost... No, he is taller. Oh no, or barely shorter than that flag on the top of the evil mech. Another mech you can compare him to is Zane's, his swords fell off, but the other Zane mech from this season, I have modified this. So, don't excuse the modifications. He is slightly shorter. He will always be slightly shorter because of that, like, knee bend, but still really cool, really cool big fig, and technically my first big fig. But then again, he's technically not a big fig, so... And while they're here, actually, we can start on the minifigures. We have Cole. So Cole here, let's get him on a stand. That's a really cool new suit. He has a really cool new mask. He has like robes that cover what looks to be like golden armor underneath that. He has those weird little feet things that the Zane from the smaller mech also had. No arm printing, no side of leg printing, but that's understandable. That's like every ninja. He has I'm pretty sure this is the Tournament of Sources armor piece. Don't quote me on that. He also has a sword. I mean, it says sword holder, so yeah, he has a sword in the back. And you see, like, dual molding in his head piece. If I'm not wrong, that's dual molding, right? Yeah, dual molding for his hood, which is black and orange. Really cool. I really like this Cole. I never got the Season 1 Cole, but he does come with the Season 1 Cole's head. So happy on that side, ready to fight on this side with his mask on. And now let's get to the back printing. I bet you thought I was going to say the Dragonian Warrior, who's still sleeping over there. Let's not wake him up. So this is like rock and like rock detailing. Oh, is that like meant to be a dragon on his back? Like a rock dragon, like you see it? Like the part that curves out is his wing, the wing, and that body, the thing that goes straight down the middle is his his body. That's the wing coming out and curving in. And those are like the legs sticking out barely. That's pretty cool. It also like finishes off the rest of the chest plate vest thing that goes over him. Very nice. Very, very peak. Yeah, these armor suits are interesting because you don't get Jay for this. I mean, last season we also didn't get Jay in this armor suit. But these figures are like, this new armor suit is also pretty cool, and I do like this armor suit a lot. And because the sword was on was Cole's accessory and is Cole's accessory, and I put it on Ryu earlier. Here's that sword. It is meant to be like a collectible of the wave, which is kind of very, very interesting. I wonder if they took like extra measures so you wouldn't get an extra one. Because I have both that small mech for Zane and this set. And out of the two of them, this like sword, I only have two of them because, well, I bought two sets and I didn't get any of them extra. So maybe they are just making tighter changes, but yeah, you can see a bit of glitter and sparkle. Oh my gosh, it's not gonna stay focused. Ah! That's the best. Okay. But yeah, you can see like glitter and sparkle in the top of the sword, which is really cool. So I'm guessing it's some magical crystal blade. Oh yeah, you can see it reflecting in the light. Like that little blue line. I think this is a cool recolor for this sword mold, and I think it's also a really nice looking weapon, which I hope maybe like they experiment more of it like in the future, so we can get different colors of that sword, like different transparency colors and stuff. And here we have the Dragonian Warrior. Very cool guy. Not a chill guy, definitely not. He has that dragon wrapped around him. And the new minifigures actually have this like little dragon guy. Like the Dragonian Warriors have the little dragon guy connected to their backs. I will go through them separately. Here is just the Dragonian Warrior with his sword. I feel like he could have used a different accessory like the Scouts, which have brick-built axes. I feel like a brick-built weapon for him would be cool, but this is fine. He has the same body and he has the same upper... He's the same body and legs. Sorry, I cannot talk today. As the Scouts, if I'm not wrong. But he does have a different head. He also has this like dragon helmet armor piece, which is like just the upper half of a dragon's head. Really cool helmet. Would consider putting on like a minifigure. Like you could use this for like a dead dragon. Oh sorry, a sleeping dragon. Or you could use this for like what's that? Like a Dungeons and Dragons Dragonborn. You could use this for that. You could complement it with this armor piece, so you have that massive lower jaw. You know what else is massive when it's Ninja gonna get that low taper fade? I'm so sorry. And then on the back of his head, we also have this like fire effect, which is only for the warriors. Which is, I'm guessing, like they have an ability to spit fire, which is why they are warriors. It looks really funny with his face print. He's like whiskers and stuff. He looks like he looks like an Oni with his fangs like sticking out like that. He also doesn't look very angry, he just looks really grumpy. If not like he's smiling, but he smiles really bad. No offense to him. And then we also have the little baby dragon. If you know what, no, we put him on this side of the stand. There we go. No baby dragon. So you can see his head, tail, and like these little clips with the wings in them. I think this is a really cool little baby dragon. Yeah, fire. Oh, it hit my camera. His wings do move down, up, as far as the clips allow them. And it does turn as well, so you can have like that. Don't really, I guess like that's him like on the ground. Actually no, other way around would be him. Like, these guys don't have back legs either, so they seem completely reliant on the Dragonians. Yeah, you can angle. Oh my gosh, my stand is flying away. Like this baby dragon, I'm gonna make fly away. But yeah, there you go. It's like him crawling on the floor. I feel like these guys are... My theory is that these guys are baby Dragonians, and they come out as dragons, and as they grow up, they become more human. Because my theory is that these guys are half human, half dragon. I don't know if this is already a theory online, because, I mean, a lot of people are giving a lot of ideas online at the same time. So there is no guarantee that my current idea is original, but from what I know, it should be. I mean, that's my theory. But if someone else came up with it before me, don't come after me. Yeah. And, I mean, everybody's here. Time for our overall thoughts. Let's get that instruction manual in the background. I just want people to remember how bland these instructions are now. They used to do the box arts on them. I miss that so much. My overall thoughts about just this, as like the first, I think this is the first 3 bags of the set, and like the first 7 stickers of the set. I think this is really good. I really like Ryu. Yeah, not to mention he does have little Technic holes in his belly. He's built into him so that he can connect onto the mech. I think these guys are really cool. I don't love them, I don't hate them. I think they're a good in-between and a good introduction to especially like this first part of this set. This alone feels like $40, no, $30 of value. So that this makes the set feel a lot more valuable. I really like this Zane Big Fig. He is for now exclusive to the set, and I hope he remains that way, as he is a really cool thing to just have because of this set specifically. Ryu, I feel like they could have done better. I feel like they could have given him a longer tail at least, and maybe like a proper neck joint that could move. I mean, this can move, but that's for the transformation. Like I don't want posing my Ryu like this. He looks like an old man now. And you also get those two gray studs, which are also from the transformation, which is that's like my only gripes is that Ryu shows off too much with his transformation. Zane, really cool. Speaking of Zane, I forgot he has like that little backpack, the camper backpack, that the Lego backpack, and a function I found out about this set for myself personally. I like to put this sword like this, like into his back when he's not connected to the mech. Because then he has the free hands, you can see his sword, and he can also look like he's like reaching up for it. And you just, like take it and put it in his hand and then make him slash. You can't take it out and like attack the Dragonian warrior. So yeah, I think really cool, good first impressions. But let's see if that continues with Sora's jet. See you guys in that video. Yeah. Please remember to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next second part, which is also being recorded today. So I'll see you guys in like 2 minutes when I start recording that part. Here we have part 2 of the review of Zane's Ultra Combiner Mech, which is Sora's jet. So here it comes with Sora. We will be going through the minifigure first because I have a lot to talk about the jet. Oh, we have Sora. She uses the same torso as her season 1, which is not okay, man. We've been waiting for like a new torso in forever. So, what's up with that? She also uses the same head. The only thing different is she has now a dual molded mask in gold and white, which is a really cool piece. I really like these. They look like dragon heads. Like these are like eyes, maybe. I did not mention that on the Cole, but I do think the same about the Cole minifigure. She comes with 2 golden katanas that have nowhere to store on this set. If you have any places you think you could store it on here, please tell me in the comments. I would love to store them somewhere. Because for now, I just take them off her and throw them aside while, she's on the jet. But yeah, nothing much different. We still have that arm printing, which is nice that they haven't decided to, stop doing that. It is the same arm printing as the original Sora, I'm pretty sure. Same body, same everything. I like the colors still. Still a good color scheme for her. I don't have much to say. She is practically the exact same, and that's why I really wanted to get her out of the way. And she's fallen over. But now we can talk about the jet. Not very jet-like to me. Some issues. I will go through the details and work my way from the hit to the end. Yes, the end of the jet. Because I was seeing if these ended. Yeah. Oh, I hit my camera. But yeah. So here's the head of the jet. It has a small area for Sora to sit in. It has this really loose windshield, which I feel like this piece should have been in white. This gray piece should have been white in there, and then that piece should have been in gray and be used for the control panel, which I feel like could have used an actual printed control panel like from Star Wars. But that would make this set too Star Wars-like, in my opinion. You'll see what I mean. It has 2 blades at the front and a clenched hand underneath. Wonder what that's for. And a little like repulsor beam. But that's, I'm guessing, more for flying than for shooting. It has these sticker details on the sides. Oh wow, you can really see that nicely. Gold bars for gold and some gold accents. And we have whiskers on the front, which shows that this is a Sora vehicle, because that's always been a thing with her. She has whiskers and stuff. But she also has them like on her minifigure, right? Yeah, like little the wispy things. Her mech bike racer also had little whisker marks on it, so yeah. Pretty good consistency there, and it's a good way to show that this is meant to be a Sora vehicle. Now, yeah, I have issues with the cockpit that I'll get to later. Next part, oh, there's trains going by. We have a like the middle section of the fighter jet. Yeah, Sora's jet. So we have like this little like chunky portion that's kind of thin actually, that goes up to this clip used for the transformation, and a core, which I'm guessing is like the power source of this mech, of like the whole mech and this jet. It looks like, once again, it is the same printed piece that was on Zane's like mecha, Zane's battle mecha suit. Yeah, I think that one. The other Zane mech from this wave. It's the same piece that was on the middle of that. And then we have, more gold, which is a reoccurring color scheme in this set, which is pretty nice. And then we get to the joints, which connect it to the wings, which I don't really know what this chunk is. But, I mean, they're a part of the mech. It has 04 on it, so I guess this is meant to be the fourth vehicle, even though you built it as the third vehicle. Or maybe it's meant to be like built, this is combined by 4 vehicles. And then we have this little like elbow joint, which is not aerially, but it is very similar to the knee joint on a lot of the newer mechs. And it leads up to this like upper, like this is the elbow bend, by the way. This is like the upper, oh no, the lower arm, the start of the lower arm. So it moves up and down. Oh, there goes shoulder moving. And then there's this little wing bit that comes out. Now, I think it doesn't look like it's symmetrical on both sides, by the way, but I think it doesn't look very much like a jet. It looks more like a spaceship. But we'll save that for the critiques later. And then we go back to like the middle of the body. There is some gold accents and the black parts. Oh my gosh, is that a fingerprint? Ooh. Also, these shoulder pads came like scratched up. Yeah, you can see that. It came really scratched up for me. I don't know if that's like a reoccurring thing, but yeah. And we get to the back, which how it hides another hand, has some like exhaust ports, which I really like. I think this adds a lot of like good detail into the mech. It gives, not mech, the jet. It makes it look a lot nicer. I enjoy those details. And this part is a tire piece used for the middle of the tire being used for the center of the jet's propulsion. And I think that's really cool parts usage. We also get the evil mech armor piece in gold again. It's also on that Zane mech back there, right there. We also, yeah, I mean, it is. We also get like these little red vents for like. Oh, I hit the camera. Ooh. Which are like, I guess, ventilation. But yeah, pretty cool. There's a lot of these type of vents, and there's more up here. Let me move that out. There you go. So I think this is a really cool jet. You can put Sora inside of it. Oh, her head fell off. Not her head, but her mask. But yeah, pretty cool jet. Now, on to my thoughts about the jet and my critiques. I feel like the jet looks too much like a non-jet. Like, you look at that, you don't see a jet necessarily. I would have preferred if they fix these points, as I'm going to mention. 1. Control panel here. 2. I feel like they could have used the bubble cockpit for, like, the Obi-Wan Kenobi Starfighter bubble cockpit. The Mandalorian N1 Starfighter bubble cockpit. That cockpit would have worked a lot better for this, in my opinion. I don't know if it actually works, because I don't have any sets with it, surprisingly. But I feel like that would work a lot better for a jet. This feels a lot more like a barely hovering jet. Like not a jet, but like a flying car extent of that. It doesn't feel like this is very aerodynamic, you know. You want something that, you know, glides through the wind, cuts through it. To an extent, I guess this does cut through it. But I feel like that cockpit could have been better. I don't love that cockpit. But for now I'm fine. The main feature of this jet is that you can do this. So you can, you know, wait. And you can like twist it and turn it while flying. It's very similar to Ahsoka's T6 shuttle and the Mandalorian Starfighter sets. Coming out in what, Ahsoka's one was like 2023. Probably got that wrong, and I know Mandalorian Starfighter was 2020 or 2019. Okay, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, this does feel like a very Star Wars type set, you know. Really cool though. I enjoy that functioning. I would have thought they would have. I would have thought that they. I can't talk, man. I thought they would have put like stud shooters on the side of this, which would be really cool for like a play feature. Not that I'm asking for it. I think the stud shooter looks fine, but I thought they would have put them there, and in this case, it wouldn't have been too bad. The arms. I don't like these stumps, if you couldn't tell, like earlier when I was talking about them, because they feel just so stumpy. I would have liked if there was like one more thing that connects on increasing the wings. Now my fix to this is to either one, put something there, two, move these down like this. So now it looks more like a heavy-duty jet, in my opinion. Like, this looks a lot cooler to me. And these feel less, like, weird. Because these are, like, at an... Like, the wings themselves are, like, almost flat with this body. And now they're, you know, actually looking like wings. I feel like this looks a lot more like a jet than with these fully closed up like that. So, personally, oh, I hit it again. This is how I would display it. To be fair, it does end up looking a lot more like the mech. But I do prefer looking at it like this. And it's also really suitable. Like, to be fair, it also kind of looks like a Y-Wing now from Star Wars. This jet reminds me too much of Star Wars. But yeah, here's it normally. So yeah, final thoughts. I know I said the previous part was my final thoughts, but those were not like my critiques. I like this. It's a really cool jet. Some parts I think that they should have changed. Could have been slightly better. But for what it is and what it does as the basically main bulk of the mech, not main bulk, but like the main connection points of the mech, it looks really good. Well, not really good. It works really well. It doesn't look the best. I would advise, if you ever put this on your shelf to display, leave it in mech mode. Or like put it with the mech stuff. Or put it in the other ways that I will show you in that final video about the mech. Put it in those other ways that I will be suggesting in there. And yeah, cool set. I think this like $20, $25, not the best thing. Pretty cool though. I like this. You know, you get like a thumb and a half for this. Really cool. So now we get on to the biggest part, I would argue, of the mech, which is the car in part 3. So I'll see you guys there. Bye-bye. Welcome to part 3 of my 4-part mech, or Zane's Ultra Combiner Mech review. And this is the last part before I go through the mech, how to transform it and stuff. But this hits up. This is my favorite one. I really like everything in this set. We'll go through minifigures and then that, because I really want to save that for last. First we have Pixel, who is a surprising addition. She's been gone forever. And here she is. She's back in her original colors. No more dark blue. Now instead she has purple. But I like this figure. I really like this figure. This is my first ever Pixel, and I think she's blown me out of the park. She has a mask to match the ninjas. To an extent, that is a mask. Why do you keep going out of focus? It's not necessarily the best mask, but it is a really nice looking mask. She has leg printing and like detail printing going throughout her entire body. It just looks great. She comes with the Lloyd sword, or like the Lego Ninjago movie Lloyd sword in gold, and she also has Mr. E's like. At least I think that's Mr. E's. I know it's on Mr. E, but I don't know if he's the first character who had it. But Mr. E's shoulder pads in gold, and yeah, I just think this is a beautiful, beautiful figure with some excellent like printing. She has this really angry face, and then she has this happier face. And I will be putting her with her angry face because I like the mask and I like how it looks. Words cannot describe. She also has like the Sam X mark like carved into her chest or something. That's kind of strange, but really cool. Good detail. Fantastic minifigure. Like 9 out of 10. Should have had arm printing. Probably just biased because I really like Pixel and Zane. Like my some of my favorite characters. She also has like this detail in her back that look like fans. Yeah, like little rotors cooling down the motors inside of her as she moves and does stuff. She also has like that. Isn't that the Nia hairpiece? I think that's Nia's hairpiece, guys, in silver. That's not. I mean, it works for her, but yeah, really cool minifigure. And then we have Noct, who has been a villain for what, one season? I think 1 season, but Noct. Now, you see, Noct is really cool, but we've, one, never seen him with this sword accessory. What is this? And 2, he doesn't have a cape. Why did I start that with an SH noise? But yeah. Really cool robes and detail. He has, like, claws coming out of his feet. He has sand blue hands. Like, little shoulder pads. He has the ninja, like, half mask. That really small mask. Where's my finger? There it is. There. The little mask, and he has a really nice head print underneath that hat, which is like just a black hat. I don't know where it came from. I know it is on, if I'm not wrong, it's on one of the Legacy Stone Army guys. But yeah, really cool hat. And then we have this dark blue face underneath with detail on both the front and the back. He also has like a little lizard on his back, like a little electro lizard. So weird looking. Yeah, dark blue head, blue, like normal blue marks printed on, and he has like lifeless eyes. He also has like a scar over his eyes. Let's get a better look at that. I just turned his head around. So now you can see his not so good teeth, and yeah, you can see like a little silver scar over his eye. But yeah, there's his teeth. He looks a lot like the Dragonians now, actually, when I think about it. We'll be looking at the Dragonian Scout next, but yeah. It's cool face. He has some back face printing, more blue. Sorry for the shaky minifigure, but yeah. And his accessory is just built out of normal system bricks with that sword, a stud with a whole longer lightsaber bar. I think that's a lightsaber for lightsabers. I'm pretty sure Maul used that. And a little black claw at the end. Pretty cool minifigure. I think he should have come with a cape. I will be giving mine a cape, personally. From the, like, I would suggest, like, one of those black torn up capes. The Blizzard Samurai? No, Blizzard Swordsman from Season 11 had them. The guys with the 2 swords and a cape. Yeah, I'll probably steal. I have that minifigure, so I'll probably steal his cape. I can't talk. This has happened in each one of the parts where I can't talk. And here we have a Dragonian Scout with a mohawk, armor piece, the same armor piece all the Dragonians use, and this massive axe. You know what else is massive? No more low taper fade. But it is still massive though. Yeah, we have this like axe build. pretty cool axe build. I wished the Dragonian warriors had some sort of build for their weapons, but they just use a normal sword. But yeah, good job, Lego. I really like the axe. This axe looks fantastic. I don't know why scouts are having better weapons than the actual guys the actual warriors, but I guess it's to protect themselves because the warriors have dragons on their back, small baby dragons. He has the mohawk. Yeah, generic not generic. He also has like armor and scales going throughout. And that's my theories. Like these guys are half dragon, half human. That's gonna get really repetitive if you're watching the compilation, because you're gonna have heard me say that what, 2 times now? Once at the start, not once now. I'm sorry. You're watching the compilation, so yeah. He has scales on the back of his head, further proving he's a dragon man. And he's those weird little fangs that bud out, and he's like a bit angry. So yeah, I think he's a good minifigure. I like all 3 of the minifigures in here. Especially love Pixel, because first ever Pixel. Been a while since we got Pixel. Last time was like Zane's ice dragon creature from Core. Oh, what are you? Yeah, he struggles to stand sometimes due to the largeness of his axe. And we have Knocked, which I also thought really cool minifigure. And now we get to the best part. The car. So let's get these 2 losers out of the way. Get Pixel over here because this is her car. And we have this massive tank of a car. I showed it to my mom. She said it looked like the tumbler from Batman. And I mean, I see it. So you can open up these 2 cockpits. I should go through the colors. Maybe I won't. Nah, I'm joking. So the front bumper, dark blue windshields, dark blue for the top of the feet. We actually get the Evo armor piece in dark blue here for the first time, if I'm not wrong. The front looks like it has glow gold cannons, which would explain why we have a stud shooter in this part of the set, which is why I'm surprised that this part of the set got a stud shooter, but not the jet, which I feel like should have had stud shooters over this part, because this part flings open and you can push out these 2 stud shooters and push down the top to shoot them at your enemy. Let's see if I can get them to shoot. You know what? Oh, shoot! Oh my gosh! Oh, they're not okay. Why are you not shooting? Well, they're supposed to fire off into. Oh, there we go. Did it. It's a bit hard to push down on them. I lost one of them actually. Oh, found them. But yeah, it's a bit hard to shoot these because when you push down on this top part, it kind of wants to just push it back down into the car, because it is meant to just like fold out for a quick shoot and go back in. I don't love that. We have some gold accents because of the stud shooters, but yeah. There's lights on the bumper, dark blue. We have a grill. Both legs are the same, other than the insides of the cockpit. We have like a little mechanical detailing there for like a joint maybe, and some sticker down here, sticker here for like the curvature of the sides of the car. You can see a little gap that goes down the middle of the car. I would have liked if there maybe was less of a gap, but they do at least combine it at the end here, so it looks more of a complete car. If we open up this windshield, we can see a seat, and that's where we put Pixel. She connects to 2 studs at the very front. Let me make sure you guys get that. There you go. 2 studs at the very front. She sticks on there. She can lie down in there, and you can also just like throw a sword in there, which is good sword storage, something that Sora's Jet doesn't have. Windshield closes around her. The only problem is, like, normally, even without the minifigures in there, there's always that tiny little gap, and that hurts me a little bit. I don't love how that looks. But yeah, now Pixel is in her truck thing, And there's a lot of red detail as it goes down the leg, which is reminiscent of Sora's jet. Also, only having really red detail on its shoulders and on the like front shoulder bits of it and the middle torso. These little bits that move around that are supposed to move for the transformation have little feet bits. They're like trans-like blue, some trans blue, some rubber here, and the rubber of the wheels. Oh, I wonder what those are for. Transformation. They are for the transformation. And underneath the car, we have low ball and socket joined there for the transformation. There's a lot of like, what do you call these? Not snot, but yeah, you know what these are. They are to attach the. If I can get this panel off, there we go. You have these like side connection pieces. They're like snot, but they stick out by half a stud, and they are used all throughout the legs to get all the detail on the side, so you can see some of them in there. You also get some like blue thrust there. Yeah, really cool car. I really like the car. Also really like Pixel. Now my problem. Oh yeah, wait. Before we show off the problems of the car, which there are actually almost none. So let's say Nock and the Dragonian Scout. They're just walking around, chill guys. And then here comes Pixel. Because Pixel's cool. She puts them to sleep temporarily. They get hit by the car and they get a bit tired, so they fall down to the ground and go to sleep. Look at him. So nice. Pat. I can go sleep over there. Now my problem with the car, these bits, they're exposed like Technic axles. I feel like this one's fine because it's dark bluish gray, but it comes out further. And this one's not fine because it's brown and it comes out less. So both of them I feel like are equally as bad. But other than that, I think good car. Very best build. No, second best build. I like Zane more than this, but yeah, really good build for this set. This is one of the best builds of the set. I think that when you buy the set, you're not buying it just for like a car or the. You know what? No, I'll expand on that in the final part 4 with the whole mech. So yeah, really good. You get 2 thumbs up. I'm gonna start doing this now. Please remember to like and subscribe. I could really use it. Thank you. Bye bye. See you guys in the 4th part if you watch that. And welcome to the final part of this review. There will be no minifigure reviews during this episode, so on this part. So if you want to see the minifigures, the specific minifigures, go to the other videos, because this is just going to be a full-on video about transforming it and the articulation and a review of the final mech all put together, because yes, I decided to do this into a 4-part series, which I recorded all in one day. I am not okay. So, yeah, we have the car, Ryu, Zane, and Sora. Or Sora's jet thing. It's not really a jet now, is it? It's more like a poorly built car. I don't know. I have a lot of beef with the jet, so. But don't let that take away from this. I think it's a good thing for this. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna actually start with Zane. I also want to show some other combinations you can do in this set. So I'll show like the combinations after I show off the Big Mech. That's like an extra bit. So let's start with Zane. Take off his sword. Clip his sword onto Ryu, because Ryu is good boy and he is storage for sword. Fold up arms. Fold up legs. Legs enclosed with arms to become really compressed and like a chest Zane armor. Part 2. Ryu. Give him that good old hunchback. Fold out his wings if you have them folded up like me. Look, he looks like a really old man. Fold up his legs. Move legs down. Ryu, ready for transformation. Now, Sora's jet. What I forgot to mention was there are thrusts and like these little pins at the bottom for transformation purposes. So you want to rip off her cockpit, rip off the jet part. I'm going to move my camera back actually a bit for this one so that we can get a better view. So now we have the main body of Sora's jet. What we're going to do, actually we're going to move these two up here. We're going to move these up like that and then move it down 180 degrees. And now we have this build which we can attach this cannon to this side and this like sword cockpit bit. I don't know why they decided to put Sora in the very thing that's like in the arm, because then now she's like being thrown around while in there. She's gonna get like extreme motion sickness. But there you go. Unravel the hands. Boom. That's arms. Done. Now the car. What you're gonna do? You're gonna very forcefully pull up. Oh, you know what? No, don't follow that step. You're not meant to do that yet. You're meant to pull each one of the wheels down. Fold that back, like the cannons on the front. Down, back. This part up. So now you should have something that looks like this. Pull that. Make sure this is like aligned to an extent. And then now you rip apart the legs. I like doing it in the wrong way, which results in broken pieces, so don't actually do it in the wrong way. Now you fold up the feet. Boom. See those little rubber bits? Those are actually for the legs. I bet you didn't know that. Sorry for a shaky camera. I do have to move it so you get to see the whole mech. But now we have feet of mech, or legs of mech. And now we're gonna connect upper body. Make sure to move it out at least one ratchet. Boom. Connected. Looks like a mech already, doesn't it? Really cool looking mech and stuff, right? No, we're not done. You're gonna have Ryu over here. So remember those two little Technic guys, Technic axles, like Technic axle connectors in his chest. Those go onto the back of the mech, which are here, and they just align it. And I can't really show this well, but there you go. Align it. He will plug in. We're gonna move the camera up a bit. There we go. Who knew my camera could stretch so high? Almost, you could see my light switch there. There we go. All right. So now we push in Ryu. Make sure his back legs are wrapped around the sides of the main jet body. And you can choose to either have his head folded down, or you could have him folded up. I prefer it down because there is this like seam that you can't really see in there. Wait, let's see if I can. Yeah, there you go. That like little peg, like little ball joint connector and stuff in there. You're meant to leave him up like this, though. And now it's Ryu's mech. But wait, isn't the set called Zane's Ultra Combiner Mech? We gotta put Zane on there. So this bar on his backpack for Zane thing, like the backpack thing, that goes onto the front of the mech, and boom. Oh yeah, make sure you wrap his legs around the mech too. Personally, I like the there you go. But yeah, I like to just like outstretch his legs a bit more, and boom, we have the full mech of Ryu and Zane. Or mainly Zane. No, the stud shooter in the kneecap does not work. It like shoots upwards now, or upwards. But yeah. Time for articulation. We'll start at the bottom and work our way up. We have, oh, he's coming off. Zane comes off a bit too easily. That's a complaint I will be mentioning later, but yeah. Ball joint at the ankle. Really good ball joint. There's rubber and rubber, 2 rubbers technically, to hold that up. The legs also can't go any further out than this. They're on these big ratchet joints that swing forward that far. You could get him in like a kicking the door down pose. Or you can make him go back that far. The wheel kind of stops it, but yeah. You also have Ryu's tail back here, by the way. That's still fully articulated. Nothing stopping you from moving that. This is like the best walk pose the mech can get in, and it's still really unstable sometimes. I'm really scared about posing this mech sometimes. It is bulky, not bulky. It is strong though. If it falls, it won't break apart too much. If I'm not wrong. So boom, that's like the legs. Oh, yep, okay. And we have the Zane portion, which actually does not move at all. He's meant to stay in there and not move. His head does turn left and right, though, because he is meant to be like the pilot of the mech. It is his mech, technically. One of his antennas just fell off. Don't mind that. That is not a normal occurrence. That is just me messing with the toy. And then we have Ryu's head, who can, you know, still almost freely move completely, which is why it does feel a lot more like a Ryu mech than Zane's mech. We also have the ratchet joints in his shoulders that allow the hands to move up and around, almost entirely around if the wings don't get in the way. There we go. You can fold your wings back if you want to allow him to go all the way around. Fold up Zane's leg. They're coming undone a bit. And then you can move the arms up that far, up that far, and down that far. Doesn't really go any further down. And then you have elbows, which go up that far, up that far. Oh, and there goes the jet engine. These ball joints do get a bit loose. I'm gonna put this on the wrong way if I don't look at the... Yeah, no, I was gonna put it on the right way, bro. But yeah, it goes up that far. And up that far. Technically down that far, which is kind of incorrect for an arm to move like that. The because these are on mini ball joints, they do spin a full 360. Each of the fingers is on a hinge, so all the fingers can move independently. And this part is on one of those U-shaped joints, so, or like Among Us shaped joint, so it can move up and down and, like, you know, have like a hand outstretched. You know, cool. This one has, you know, imaginary... Zane, stop falling off, Zane. And then this hand has the, and a little cockpit with Sora still in it. And the same hand build is on the other side. We also have ball joints on the back of the dragon, of the mech, for the wings of the dragon, which move all over. You know, you can get really nice positions with that. You can, like, have them enclosed away, like shrouded, and like... It makes the mech look a lot bigger than it actually is. Now, on to my problems with this mech. One, you can't get a neutral pose out of him. If you try to put his 2 legs together, they're gonna try to, you know, fit together the joint. This is the most neutral you can get him to stand. Not the best, in my opinion. His arms are heavily limited by, you know... Okay, wait. I need to show something to compare this guy to so that you guys understand what I'm talking about. Because I have done barely any reviews, and my reasonings may not be understood. So this is a modified version of Nia Samurai X Mech, and I know it is quite modified, but I did not give it that much height. And yet here it is, next to this mech, and it is much, much taller. Like, you can't even see half of her. There you go. Oh, like, where did that height go? Like, this was, if I'm not wrong, third most recent play scale mech. No, second. And no, third, yeah. And it does seem like we're going down. To be fair, this is a combiner mech. This has a lot more play value than the mech does. Like I said, mine is modified, so mine maybe will have 1 or 2 studs taller, but I still feel like this mech should have been taller and also had the joints in its elbows, which I was talking about, like forward, backward. See that this guy has that forward, backward. Now, outward, turn around, and upward. Turn around, upward. You know, like, it just can't do what that mech's joints can do, especially for that elbow joint. That is one of my main problems with this mech. Is I like this mech. I think this is a really cool mech. I like the color scheme, how it looks, how it works. It's just that there are points that LEGO has succeeded with in the past that they did not bring over here, which I think they could have, but they didn't. Because even with like this guy, that on the elbow of this mech would have been a good replacement for them, like on this mech. Now, other than that, I have a problem with how Zane is connected. If you couldn't tell during the review, he has one clip holding on to this 2-clip white bar. Now, what I think they should have done is included one more clip there instead of that gold bar piece in there to allow Zane to have doubled connection. Now, I will be attempting that with mine later, but there's always the chance, like, you know, he gets stuck on there. It's really hard for a child to take him out. So that one I can partially understand, but I feel like the posability didn't have to be compromised. Like, this guy's posability is so much better than the Combiner Mech's posability, and I feel like that didn't need to be compromised, the Combiner Mech's posability. I also think the Combiner Mech should have come with a weapon of some sort. I know it has, you know, the Shing Shing hat. Hey, you know what? This proves my point of stability. Nothing broke. This hand came off because I was holding it, and I guess he was at a bad angle. But yeah. Now you see, like, this sword. He could hold this. I'm pretty sure, right? Come on, don't fail me now. Yeah, close enough. And boom. You see? This is a simple thing. Now he has this massive blade to fight someone with. But instead he gets the 2 smaller katana blades to, you know, shing, and a blaster that doesn't shoot anything unless you use your imagination, which is good. LEGO and imagination are... Like, LEGO is a form to manifest your imagination to an extent, but I feel like some of that should have been, you know, fixed here. I feel like stuff could have been better in this set, which is why I believe that overall, my overall thoughts for everything here, it is not a day one pickup. It is a sale pickup. Wait for this to go for 80, 90, 85. I don't think this is worth the full 100. I know in the car review I said it's pretty good, worth around there. But I do feel like the mech kind of brings it down a little bit. The car, all the vehicles are on their own. The only bad one I would really say is the Sora jet, because that doesn't really look like a jet. But the rest of them are great. This, however, it's a good but a good part for kids to play with. I don't think, however, it is the very best thing that could have been made. I feel like they could have done slightly better. And if I ever decide to put it out, I will be making a modification on this to move this to the knees, and I already have clicky joints separated from my collection for your elbows. And I feel like that could work a lot better for this. Nonetheless, still a great mech. Like, I could get this guy into some poses. Oh, what? You can hold this kind of pose? I feel like you would have fallen forward. I'm taking my chances here. There you go. One of his feet is not on the ground. This is completely on one foot. The one thing this mech really does well in is balance. I say that and then he falls over. Balance. Look at that. That feet is barely touching the ground. That foot. It's not even relying on the rubber. It's just the rubber of the other feet. So that's one of the good things about this mech is it can handle. One, it can take a lot of hits, unlike Nia Samurai X mech, which maybe that's because it doesn't have those joints. So maybe that joint complaint wasn't necessary. But it can take a lot of hits, other than Zane falling off occasionally. And it looks really nice displayed on a shelf. I know there should be a comma and not another but it's very stable. If it does fall, it's gonna be fine. And it's probably not gonna fall. It's a very versatile mech, very good mech. I know I just went on about saying like, oh, this should be better. Still, really good for a mech. Like, also, like, you can make him roll around on his back wheels if you get him at the right angle. There you go. And he's like, I'm coming to arrest you. Well, really cool. But now I want to show off some of my own things I did with this set. Not modifications, necessarily, but fun things I did. So remember how I praised this car mode, its car mode into Oblivion? Oh, Zane's sword fell off. Oh yeah, speaking of which, before we get to that, the mech can hold Zane's sword. It looks a bit weird, but it can hold it. Kind of funny. But yeah. Remember if you did watch part 3 where I praised, like for context, I did praise the car mode a lot because I really like the car mode. Now, what if, say, the car mode is so good, let's bring it down a bit. Let's say the car mode is so good that you want to keep it in car mode. What do you do then? You know, get the set back into car mode because, you know, you want it in car mode. You don't want to not have it in car mode because car mode's just that good. You know, boom, you have a car mode. And what about this? What about Zane and Ryu and Sorrel's Jet? You can now have a mini mech. Or not a mini mech, but like a mech power-up attachment. You will have to use Ryu's tail for a stabilizer here. But yeah, look. Oh, Zane fell off again. You can still have, to an extent, Zane as the mech with this massive backpack on, basically. And you can move Ryu's tail down for extra support. Boom. You see, he has this massive, like, back accessory, like a combat kit. This is something similar to, like, Gundam, like Zaku. He has this massive, like, jetpack that you can attach to him to make him stronger and, like, you know, faster or whatnot. I haven't seen it in the show. I've only seen the thing on the shelves. But, yeah. Doesn't that look cool? You have Zane with a massive backpack. Now, what if, like, okay, you can also take off, like, Zane's arms and make him hold his sword if you want to. So you can, like, you know, do close range while his arms do far range. What if you're like me and you collect Lego Ninjago dragons? Because that's what I do. I have a lot of them and I want to get them all. So what if I want to, you know... Oh, stuff fell off. Some stuff broke off. One second. Technical issues. Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. What if you want to display Ryu separately because you like to collect dragons and you want to put him with your other dragons? No problem. Now you have this plus Zane, and you're like, how will Zane stand up without the Ryu helping him? Because you need Ryu's tail for stability, don't you? Because the jet is not as big as with Ryu on his back. Now Zane can stand almost perfectly straight up, and still hold the jet on his back without any of the jet touching the ground, only his two legs. And I really like this. I really like having this set displayed like this, and I feel like it does make up for the other issues with the set. The playability and function of this set is currently in my collection, out of all the stuff I have, in my opinion, unmatched. Like, this is, if you do like what I'm doing for fun, you know, like separating some builds but keeping some builds together, it's, you could compare it to the 2025 wave of Lego Dreams and how they can, you know, mix and match. So I think like I may display my Zane like this, but maybe probably with the legs and Ryu, because it just looks best like that, and especially if I do the modifications successfully, because you never know what could happen with modifications. But having this as a set is so cool to me. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I forgot to mention the combination. Whoopsie, I'm forgetting a lot of things. When you have Ryu on the back, the reason why he has these two studs back here is because, you don't want, you know, Cole sitting on the back of Ryu, or he was sitting on the back of Ryu. You don't want him, like, you know, just dangling off the side. So now you can actually have him sit up here while he's on top of the mech, so you can like see him peeking over. I will put the mech back into its like main form for the final part of this video, but I want to give my final overall thoughts. After everything, this mech has also taken me a while to build. After everything, as my second ever big scale mech, I would not recommend this for, this is either your first mech or not your first mech. And you would get this, I would recommend getting this later on when you buy more mechs. Because I had the option in the store to get Cole's Titan mech or this over that. And unless you really want to get Big Fig, Zane, Pixel, and Noct, or like Cole and Sora, which I feel like every day of the week you should pick Cole's Titan Dragon mech, because that set is humongous and heavily articulated, while this set is kind of medium and not so heavily articulated. Like, this is definitely more of a child's toy than the Cole's Titan mech, although Cole's Titan mech is really cool. To be fair, I can't really say much because I don't actually have it with me, or not have it with me, I don't even have it. Do hope to get it during this year though, but yeah, I feel like if you do find this set on sale, it is a 100% pickup, must buy. But if you do not find it on sale, then it may not be the set. It may not. It's not worth the money, in my opinion. Like, it's not worth that buck. I am not sponsored by Lego yet. One day, Lego, please let me join your ambassadors network, Lego ambassador network. I would love to join that. But in my opinion, as a person who spent his money on this set, I feel like get it. It is a good set. Really fun. Hours of play in this set. Even just that first three bags, I can see hours of play. But overall in this whole set, hours of play. Like, speaking of, we also have like, you know, minifigures, the 3 bad guys. You could have them like, I don't know, like climbing up the suit, you know, trying to get a swing at one of the ninja, trying to take them down. Because, no, they don't like the ninja. Grr. So, yeah, like, this is a good set. Now, only problem with it is, you know, it is definitely oriented towards kids. If you're an adult watching this, a collector watching this, hi, thank you for watching my videos. And 2, yeah, speaking of which, like, welcome everybody in. Thank you for all watching my videos. Like, from deep down in my heart, as my last video of probably the entirety of January, not even January, it's not January yet, but as the end video of the year, last video of the year, I'm thankful for every one of you who have watched this video to the end. It has been, this one section's been 30 minutes. I have a lot of thoughts to share about this set, clearly. But yeah, very. It's not. It is a display set, a play set. Now, a play set for like articulation and stuff. Not really, but a play set for stability and durability. Yes, because I've dropped this mech on the floor before. It has shattered into pieces. I could drop this mech on the floor, and it would not. I'm not gonna do it, but I mean, as you saw earlier, it fell over, and it was fine. So, not get it on sale. Don't buy it at retail, and it will be hours of enjoyment and fun. I've had hours of enjoyment and fun with this set. Not quite worth that price, but nonetheless still a fantastic set. That it's gonna be one to remember for my childhood. I am currently a child. No, I will not be giving you any of my social media handles. Thank you. Yeah. Overall, you get 1 3/4 of a thumbs up. I don't want to do that. It scares people sometimes, the thumb thing. Yeah, that's 1 3/4 thumbs up. 7 out of 10, basically. Great set, not so great price. Well, I know I've sounded like a broken radio repeating some stuff, but thank you all of you for watching. This means a lot to me. This is the last video of the year. Hopefully I'll get it up before the new year starts. Oh yeah, Happy New Year. This will be my last video before 2025. I'm kind of excited for next year. See what Lego Ninjago brings us. Well, until then, I'll see you all next time. Happy New Year.